Mm. Hello, good morning. Okay, thank you for responding. So let's start for the today. For today's section, I will open the Q&A. If you have any question you want to ask in that Q&A, I can answer later as well. If you want to have an immediate response, you also can using the chat. Okay, just make sure the information that you want to share and want to ask throughout the chat communication is not really sensitive lah. Okay, so if you have anything, maybe you can put in the Q&A. I can respond later on. Okay, good. Can I have a one emoji? Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, let's start for today. For today's sections, we will last for the 3 hours. Okay, we will start from 10 a.m., continue until 1 p.m. Okay, during of this section, if you are dropped from this meeting, you can join back anytime. Okay, let's start for today's. Okay, okay. So this is our slide. Okay. Okay, so this is the employee and claim modules. For our today agenda will be 10 o'clock until 11. We will focus on the employee modules. In these employee modules, you're able to understand how we able to create the employee profile, how we able to do for the basic setting, for example, the language, the date format, okay, and the holidays, all this general setting. Okay, 11 to 11:15, we were going to have 15 minutes of the break time. Okay, you could be go for your water break for a while. Okay, for start from 11:15 until 12:15, we will have the claims modules. In these claim modules, you will able to understand how you want to identify your company claim and put it in the worksheet system. For example, you might have the mileage claim, toll claim, petrol, medical, outpatient claim, all this. Okay. For the 12:15 to 12:13, we will have Q&A section, which is I will open to the floor for the Q&A section. Okay. Before we begin the webinar, participants may ask the question anytime during the section. Okay, you can put in your questions. If not really sensitive, you can put it under your chat box. Okay, I'm okay one. You can put it in your chat box. Okay, if the question is more related to sensitive, you can put it in the Q&A section. Okay. So during the session, I will more focus on the explaining how the system works, let you know what is the behavior of the system. Okay, the questions, if there is a chat box, I can see time to time. Okay, if there is the Q&A question, I will be chosen and addressed by trainer during the Q&A section. Okay, presenter will only able to answer the question during the Q&A time. For that time, I will able to open, okay, to the floor for you to answer the questions, okay, or you want to raise your question during the Q&A. Okay, participant will not able to talk during the training, because we want to have our very focus, okay, and very concentrate of the training in these 3 hours, so that you are not able to talk during this training, unfortunately, but you always can put in your comment, your questions in the chat box or Q&A. Okay. However, the Q&A box is always open during the section. Okay, for any question that the presenter was not able to answer during the presentation. For example, you might want to ask your practice, such as how this mileage claim, if I have three different knowledge for three different level of employee, how we are going to handle all this. Okay, for this question, my able to answer after our section. Maybe I will using the emails in the next following Monday morning or next day. Okay. For the training outcome for today, by the end of this training, you will able to, okay, how to use the employee self-service. What is the employee self-service? Okay, employee self-service is referring to the employee. They are able to view their own profile, which means their own name, own address. Okay, they're also able to view their leave, claim, payslip. Now, this is what we call employee self-service. Okay, they're also able to request for the OT, okay, request for the leave, request for the claims, okay, all this. This is called self-service, okay, which means that the action is done by the employee themselves. Okay, then HR flow for the employee claims. Okay, we will set up the HR, the claims modules in the system, but how the employee able to request for the claim and approval, able to approve, and what is the function of the HR. Okay, so HR procedure to create new employee and update. Okay, there is the new employee coming in. How we are going to update for the new employee? For example, want to create the new profile 1001 with the name Kelvin Ong. Okay, then this Kelvin Ong, there has the birthday, bank account number, all this information, how we want to plug in the system. You were able to go through in our today section. And if after that, if the employee going to be like confirmations, okay, or they are change of department and resignation, how we able to update in the worksheet system. Okay, what is the HR report by the end of the day? Okay, you are going to have one HR report. This HR report will have all your employee information. For example, their names, their birthday, IC, bank account number. You will have one complete report. And this report will be considered of all the information that you put in inside the worksheet system. Okay, this is for our today learning outcome. Okay, so this is our HR process flow. For as a HR, you need to identify how you're able to do the setting. Okay, where you're able to update of your employee profile. If you have a lot of the employee, for example, 30 employee or 100 employee, okay, how you want to import to the system. We have the few methods, okay, later I will go through with you. What is the employee progression? Okay, such as how we want to update change of department, update of the change of the salary increment, okay, promotion, okay, resignation, confirmation, how we are going to update in the worksheet system. And lastly is the report. Okay, so the very first thing is, okay, we will still go in on this slide for a moment. Okay, so you are going to have your first time logging into the system. Okay, then we will have the dashboard view. You're able to view what is the dashboard look like in the worksheet system if you are never logged into the worksheet before. Okay, what is the profile view if you want to change of the employee image, okay, photo, how they want to change for the password. Okay, notification. Okay, for example, there are request for the leave, then approve the leave. This one, all we have the notification to notify the employee. Okay, there are two methods. One is using the email, another one will be put up in the system. Okay, for the calendar view, there will be view on your employee, their attendance, whether today they are work or not. Okay, whether they are apply leave or not. Okay, all this, they also have the shift arrangement. The shift arrangement here, we are referring to the working hours. For example, today you are work 9 to 6. Tomorrow you are work 10 to 4. Okay, all this you can using the duty roster to change. Okay, duty roster you are going to go through in the attendance modules. Okay, for this, all this is setting, you're able to view in your calendar. Okay, my request, okay, for your own request, if you want to change of your profile, photo, address, emergency number, your bank account number, or this personal information, okay, also as a OT, okay, leave claim, okay, or you were using my request, and my approval is the approval able to approve of your employee application. Okay, red clocking will be have another attendance features. This feature will allow you to clocking in the laptop instead of your mobile phone. Sometimes might be your mobile phone have the issue you are not able to log in or your battery died. You still have your laptop, but you can use your laptop to log in to the Worksy system and perform the clocking. Or another one is your app might have the issue. You can use your phone's Safari or Chrome, create browser to log into the Worksy and perform the clocking over there. Okay. What is the first time login that you are going to see? Okay, for the first time login, you will receive an invitation link sent to your work email as below. Okay. So once we are created, admin are created your company account, you will receive one like this email notification. So what you need to do is you need to check it will be sent automatically from no reply at worksy.io with the subject title invitation. Okay. So you are going to click on this link, okay, and they will direct you to the new tab to create your password and activate the account. So you are required to enter your new password and confirm on your new password. Okay, once you've done, you click on the reset password, then they will direct you to the login page. Okay. You can put in again for the user email address, okay, and your password. Okay, you're able to log into the system. Okay, let's see what is the general setting. Okay, let's go back to the system. Okay, this is our Worksy system. Okay, this is a Worksy system. If you had never logged into the Worksy, okay, so this is the login page. Login page like this. Okay. You are going to put in your email address and the password that you already done the reset password. Okay, then you log into the system. Here I will using my demo account. Okay, and log into the Worksy system. Okay, if I have many company inside, okay, I can select the company. If not, when you are logging, this page will be skipped. Okay, this is the interface that you are going to see when you are logged into the system. Okay. The first thing is you will have your left navigator and your right navigator. Okay, so for your left navigator is all the setting information that HR required to do. HR is the HR required to do, for example, your report, your setting, how you want to set up the system. This is under the left navigator, but there are also some of the information that require for the employee. For example, the payroll, my payroll. If you see there is a term of mine, is referring to the employee self. Okay, for example, they are on payslip, they are on EA, they are on personal tax relief. Okay, also same as the my leave. Here, okay, you click, then you wait for a while to go to my leave. Individual leave and leave history. Okay, so this is for your right navigator. Okay, later I will go through with you more in details. In the middle is we have our dashboard. Okay, this is my calendars, which means it's your own calendar. Okay, if you any information just like you have what is your shift, working shift, 9 a.m. to 6, you will able to view on here. Okay, you can see 9 a.m. to 6. You also have your teams. Okay, teams, there is another function. Okay, this function is you want to group your management to view all the employee teams, just like calendars of all employee. What is their working arrangement? What is their leave arrangement? Okay, you can using the teams. I will go through with you in a short while. My staff is referring to the staff that are direct reporting to you. Okay, so this is called as my staff. Okay, so if you can see here, you can see this is leave. Yeah, apply, who is the person apply the leave? Okay, Scarus demo. Because this is the demo, just be aware, there will be have a bit of, we don't have the photo lah. Okay, if you want to put in the photo, they will show like this. Okay, also, there's the more complete. Okay, if you want to direct request, you can request from here as well. You have your self overtime, change shift. If you want to change from the morning shift to afternoon shift, or there is a leave or time off. Okay, time off referring to the leave that apply like 2 hours or 30 minutes. Okay, top early out throughout the company, who is the top person? okay, for early up. Okay, but this one a bit sensitive. Like if you want to open on this setting, they're going to be visible by all the employee. Okay, but you need to be very cautious when you are doing the access right setting. Okay, I will go through with you in a short while. Top accent. Okay, all these top listings should be viewed to the management or manager only. Okay. Daily clock. If you want to see what is your arrangement, you can click on clock now. Okay. Then you will able to have your cameras to take the pictures, and this is your current shift. If you using the laptop, they're able to detect the GPS. Once they detect the GPS, you're able to perform the clocking. Okay? Like this. So this is what we say web clocking features. Okay, we go back to the dashboard. Okay, for today is very straightforward. You just need to understand how the system works. Okay, the further setting and the further explanation you will go through with your implementers during the implementer session. Okay, current month summary. What is your current month summary? For me, personally, what is your working hours, overtimes, on leave, lateness, absence, and incomplete? My stuff is the stuff that are reporting to you. Okay, you can see. Okay, this is my leave summary, your on leave. Okay, so you will have how many day of the available, how many day of the taken, current entitlement, brought forward, expiry brought forward from last year to this year, how many day already expiry. What is the unplanned? Unplanned is called emergency leave. In the system, we don't have the emergency leave term. We're using the unplanned. Okay, actually it's same explanation as the emergency leave. Okay, adjustment, we are doing the adjustment to adjust of the entitlement. Okay, overutilized and yearly entitlements for whole year. Okay. And this is my leave summary. Okay, your leave summary, what is your how many day of the leave that you are entitled and you are available. Notice board. Okay, I will go through with you in a short while. This notice board is that we use for announce something to the employee. For example, you have the company events is coming on, then or they will have certain holiday or certain information that you want to announce to your staff. And this notice board, you can set specifically to each of the different employee. For example, you also can use this as a warning notice. Okay, like disciplinary actions to this employee, you can using the notice board as well. Okay. Top 10 let in by hours. Okay. You can see based on department. My claim summary. Okay. How many claim that you have claimed throughout the year? This month. Okay. This type. If you're able to log into the system, I will encourage you just log in and see, we try to work together. Okay, then you're able to understand where my mouth move, then where I try to explain to you. Okay. So top 10 incomplete clock entry. Team attendance. Okay, this one is the one that your manager or your top management, if they want to see lah. Okay, so for example, we have the my staff company. For the whole company, who is the expected to be present to the work today? Okay, who is the person present? Who is the person short hours? Short hours mean they are not complete the 8 hours of working. Who is the person that taking a leave and who is the person absent? Then they also filtering based on the schedule. This is the pending task. What is the task that are pending from your hand? For example, you are the approver. Then you can see your attendance, the OT require request to approve. That is individual OT approval. You will require to approve for application submitted by your employee. Okay, your leave, your claims, your profile update. Your profile update is the one that I mentioned earlier. If your employee want to change their address, their bank account numbers, or their emergency contact number, okay, then they will send to the profile update. And mostly this profile update, they are under the control of the HR. Okay. Claim summary by department. Okay. If you have want to see what is the informations, okay, basically this one also viewed by the managers of top management. Type in by frequency, my work summary. For whole month, what is your summary information? What is your work hours? Okay, this is basically what is our dashboard is. Okay, before I continue, I would like to know, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? I give you like 3 minutes. You can type in your question that you want to ask in the chat box or Q&A. Okay, we just wait for another 1 minute. Okay, since there is no questions, I will continue with the next topic. Okay, so this is for your dashboard. For your left navigator, we will have the employee directory. Okay, this is the employee information. For example, if you have any employee, you are have received new employee, want to create a new employee, we are going to go to this employee directory. Okay, so we click on this directory, you will have your informations, okay, of your employee. For example, if you already created, right, so you will have your all employee. This all employee will consist of the probations, confirmation, and resign employee. They were under all employee. Okay, then they're able to filter based on how many employee there are, 49, 48, and others lah. Okay, they will give you some analysis on this. Okay, active is the person that are under active, and this active is referring to the probation and confirm employee. Okay, probation, this is the probation listing. They are under probation. Confirm is the employee under the confirmation. And then lastly is the resign. Okay, we will have the resign employee list. Okay, how we able to create the new employee if directly from the system? You are going to click on this add new. Okay, add new, then you're able to start to put in what is the full names. Okay, for example, I give you some samples. If you have name, okay, for example, then you can put in your known names. Okay, this one known name is the mandatory. Cannot skip. If you don't have, actually you just copy and paste exactly. Okay, if you have, then just put in your known name or the person, how the employee is being called in the company. Okay, this is your religions. Okay, if you Chinese, then put it Chinese. Sorry, it's Buddhism. You put in your Buddhism. This is your birth date. Then you put in what is your birth date. Okay. Then this is your gender. Male, females, others. Okay. Then if female, then you put it as a females. Your marital status, marriage, put in marriage. Race, Okay, Chinese. Okay, if you see there is not asterisk, actually it's not mandatory, but I will encourage you to fill in all this information, especially you want to pull out the report. This will be very helpful. If you want to pull out for the all the employee that are under the Malay, how many Malay employee in the system of maybe I want to put in the festival ampao, okay, to the Malay staff. I'm able to using this function to filter the employee. Okay, nationality, Malaysians. Okay, birth type you can ignore. Okay, this one is your phone number. You just put in your phone number. Okay. Your personal email address. Okay, this is for your reference purpose because sometimes if the employee resign, we are going to send them the EA form. Okay, through their personal email address. And maybe like Jamie. Okay, your address, if you want to put in, can. Okay, also, we are going to send them for the letters from the company. Okay, okay, for example, like numbers. Into one. Okay, then you continue on. Okay, country, Malaysia. This one will be very helpful if you want to use this information to generate for the certain warning letter or some of the information. If you didn't put in, they are going to be empty. Okay, it's not the compulsory, but you can put in for your information. Okay. Okay, city postcode. Okay, this is your emergency contact number. If you have, you can put in. If you don't have, it's okay. We can set first. Later on, we just update later on. Or employee also can personally update for their emergency contact number. Then HR need to approve only. Okay. Identifications is the IC. Okay. So new IC. Put in your IC as per like 07051. 03456. Okay, don't want to put at the dash, okay, or there is the space. Why? Because when you are updating like this, you might hit the error of your bank file. Okay, don't put it like this, huh? Don't have the space and don't have the bracket. This one, your implementer or consultant will be able to remind you on this. Okay, just make sure you don't put on this mistake. Okay, so that you are not going to hit the error after when you're doing the submission of the bank file. Okay, this is the family information. Your father name, your phone number if there is a OKU. Okay, same as employee, if there is a OKU, also have the OKU icon. It's not disabled. Okay, if you are normal persons, there are nothing with the OKU. This one you don't need to click on this. Okay. Okay. If your fathers already passed away, you want to put on the deceased for the HR record. Okay. Then your mother informations, your spouse informations. Okay, so same for your phone number, do not put like this. Okay. Okay, if you put like this, there is a dash, the system not able to recognize. So just remember numeric only. Okay. Then this is your children informations. Okay. So this is the bank and statutory information. Okay, this is the place the employee want to put in their bank account number for the company to pay their salary. For example, the employees that are using the CMB, then you just put like CMB lah. Okay, like this. Same, cannot have this one dash. Also, I know some of the bank they are using bracket as well. Okay, do not, please do not. You just put it as free numbering. Okay, because all this they will hit the error in the bank file. Okay, but depends on each of different bank. Okay, enable custom holder name is the one if your employee they are part-timers and their age is not able to open their own new bank account. Okay, they might be sharing with their mothers or they are using mother's name. Okay, then you can put in what is the custom name. Okay. Then what is your mother's name? IC. This one case to case basis, but some company they have this kind of the practice lah. You may ask all this in the details with your implementer. Okay. For the income tax numbers, then this is the place you put in your income tax number. Okay. Your income tax resident, if you are Malaysian and stay in Malaysia more than 180 days, you are a resident. If non-resident, which means your tax will be spiked high for 30%. Okay, just remind if you have non-resident, but if residents, because non-resident, they are not going to pay like forever 30%. They have some period of the time, but they after employee, they have passed for 180 days, you can revert it to resident. Okay, but this one manual, they are not going to have auto on this part. Okay, just be aware if you have this kind of the practice. Okay, employee status. Okay, you have the management of the organization, permanent contract. All this there is a reference purpose. Okay, for us to identify the employee status. Okay. Next category, whether your employee is single, married, spouse not working, married, spouse working, divorced, single with kid. All these they are related to our income tax calculation. Okay, just be aware if your employee give you all this information. Okay, for the manual is the part that you are put in your employee lesser age of 18. For example, you have two children. Okay, it's like one is the 5 years old, one is 7 years old. You can put like this. But if you have the children, okay, just put as 0. If you have the children, they are 18 years old, study full time. You should require to put as 1. Okay. Why here is 4? Because one children equivalent to 2,000. If the children at the age of 18 and receiving full-time instruction, one children's equivalent to 8,000. So 2,000 times 4 will be equivalent to 8,000. Okay. This one you just be aware on data. Okay, for the auto. So this is very important because they will cause our BCB may not able to tally back. Okay, just be aware on this part. Okay, to make sure you get all this information correctly from your employee. Okay, this is KWSP information. Okay, initial and NK, you can ignore it first, okay, because at the moment they are not doing anything. Okay, so EPF category, we have all this EPF category. Okay, basically what we are using commonly is using employee 11%, employer 12 or 13%. These 12 or 13% are depending on your employee salary, whether exceed 5,000 or not. Okay, if exceed 5,000, the employer will pay as 12%. If lesser than, then we'll pay as 13%. Okay, this is commonly that we will select. Okay, others just like 11, 14, 11, 16, or 11, 18. So based on your preference, if you have the employee is more than 60 years old, contribute to EPF, we also have the tables, okay? So you can put as the percentage. If the employee willing to contribute more, okay, then you can put like 0.5%. Then the employer no need to put anything. Okay, or else, okay, you have the employee like this, but they are only going to pay for more for the employee personally, they want to pay for the 14%. Okay, so this is 11. If you want to put 14%, here we will plus another 3. Okay, and employer also willing to contribute another 5%. If, okay, another case is we want to have more amount. Okay, I personally already contribute 11%, but each of the month, I want to extra 500. Okay, we can do like this as well. Okay, all this is the optional, it's not the mandatory. Okay, so we also have the non-Malaysian. Okay, non-Malaysian is the 11%, 5 ringgit, and non-Malaysian 5.5 and 5 ringgit for the employer. Okay, or you want to the custom at all, which means we are not following the system calculation. Okay, employee always is the 20%. This employee I give 18%. Okay, we customized the EPF categories. Okay, identification information is the employee IC. Okay, the one that we already put in the first page, they are going to match back in the second page. Okay, if you have employer bear the EPF contribution, you can tick on this part. Okay, which means employer is going to pay for the employee EPF portion. Okay, if I contribute to the SOCSO EIS, tick for this. Okay, include SOCSO EIS in the tax deduction is mean that you are putting in your SOCSO amount into the PCV for the tax relief purpose. So SOCSO number is Malaysia is basically is following the IC number lah. 903456. Okay, this one. Okay, so by default, it's always under auto based on your IC. But if your employee is more than 60 years old, okay, they are still willing to contribute for the SOCSO. Then you require to select the manual, then put in whether it's category 1 or category 2. This one is for the case if your employee is more than 60 years old and above. Okay. Other contribution, if you have any tax to zakat, for example, your PCB is like 200, okay, but you want this 200 every month contribute 50% to your zakat. Okay, so that 100 will be for the PCB. Okay, another 100 will go to the zakat. You can convert the tax into zakat. Okay. Then HRD, if you contribute to HRDF, you can put in your HRDF. And this is all is a reference purpose only for the PTPTN, ASB, and Dabong Haji. This is for your saving fund. If you have your saving fund practice in your company, this is also for the record purpose lah. Okay, next we are going to have the work. Okay, well, the work we will have the ID. For example, we identify employee as 1001. Your attendance ID. If you have purchased for your attendance device, you are required to put in as this information. Okay, if you like 1001 is okay, then you system register 1001. Your device also register 1001. It's okay, we're able to sync. If your system put it as 1002, but your device registered as 1001, we are not able to sync back to this attendance. Okay, so just a reminder on this. If you are using the attendance device, your attendance ID is very important. Okay, this is your work email. Your employee work email could be the personal email or any email that your employee used to log into the system. 123@gmail.com. This is the one the employee is going to use to log into the system. Okay, this is the schedule. For right now, you don't need to choose anything when you are first time using the system. What phone number if you want to put in can. Okay, benefits start date is for those if your employee have their loyalty to work in the company more than like 5 years or 10 years, but they are changed or transfer the company, okay, within the whole group of company. For example, company A to company B. Company A work for the 10 years of experience. Company B just for like freshly start. But in the system, we want the company B, this employee, also following 10 years of benefit instead of the newly fresh 1 year. We're using this called benefit start date. Okay, also what we're referring as first join date. For example, like 2020, okay, this employee already joined. Even though today is their first day. Okay. This one is the primary location. This primary location is the attendance purpose, especially for the staff they are using for the mobile app clocking. Okay, we will set for their location with the latitude and longitude for the GPS to detect the staff location. Okay, but if your employee want to clock in, we will need to identify them whether this location they are able to clock in or not. Okay, for example, if I put it as IOI City Mall, when your employee go to the IOI City Mall, they're able to clock in the IOI City Mall, no issue. But if your employee have KL Tower, but I didn't assign to the KL Tower, your employee, when they go to the KL Tower, want to do the clocking, they will sure have one notice or one pop-up say, you are not allowed to clocking in this location. Reason is, you have not assigned the location to the employee. Okay? You only will have the IOI City Mall successful, but if you try to clock in for the KL Tower, you are not able to clock in. This is the cost center. If you have the cost center, you can use it. Okay. you can create, later I will guide you where you can create all this cost center position department. And if you have the percentage like 50, it's okay, then you just put at 50 and like 40. Another one is like that. Okay. You also can put this like 100, also not sure. So this is the asset. Asset is the information for you to record any type of the information, for example, laptop, mouse, okay, keypad, any information or key that you have passed to your employee during the onboarding. Then we want to keep on the record, for example, laptop. Okay, it's Asus. Okay, then we say like Asus laptop that we can set lah. Okay, later I can guide you where you can set. When is the date of issue? When is the employee return? Okay, this one return is when the date of your employee resign. Okay, you need to put in the record. What is the reference number? What is the series number of the laptop? What is the remark? Okay, any attachment, because some of the company, they have those like form, okay, they require to have physical sign first, then we able to upload to the system as a record purpose. Okay, if you want to use, yes, just go ahead. If you don't want to use, it's okay, just skip. Okay, next we will have the employment. For the first time of the employment, okay, is the place you want to put in your hire date. You can change from here, okay, like this, for your hire date. Okay, when is the date, you can update. Okay, this is the confirmation, resignation. All this I will go to with you in a short while. Okay, then this is the company. You need to create your company first lah. Okay, I will guide you where you can create the company. Okay, your department. Okay, your branches if you have using, your division, your position, and your reporting tool. For right now, if you don't have the reporting tool, it's okay. You just leave it first. Later, I will guide you how to update. Okay. Assistant is for the organization chart purpose. If you are not using, it's okay. You just ignore. Okay, categories, how you want to categorize your employee, just like executive, officer, managers, or job rate. Okay, E1, M1, how you want to put in. Okay, all this you can ignore because this is our setting demo purpose. Okay, we don't have actually in the system. This is our consultant, they use it for the testing purpose. Okay, then this is your basic salary, like 5,000. Then you pay as the monthly. If your staff is daily rate, then you just put as the daily 7 ringgit. Daily 50 ringgit, a daily rate, or hourly rate for those part-timers, 7 ringgit. Okay, employment type, whether it's the part-time, full-time, intern, contract, all this you can choose lah. Okay. If you have the foreign worker, because now our SOCSO of the foreign worker is same as our Malaysian, okay, SOCSO amount. So you require to put as a foreign worker. Okay. In order for their SOCSO amount is following the Malaysia amount. Okay, foreign workers. If not, you just put like the part-time also can for the 7 ringgit hourly rate. The payment you have passed as the monthly. Okay, because you only pay one time per month. Payment method, if you have using the cash or check, is okay, you just go ahead. If you're using the bank, then you select the bank. Okay, once done, you can keep safe. Okay, okay, so we say the cost percentage cannot more than 100. Okay, reason because of this one. Company cannot empty. So if you try to save, they will give you like what this error. What this error is, what this error is. Okay, then you just select what is the error. Okay, put in all this information and save. Okay, then you are completed for your first time update of your creation new employee. Okay. So far, any questions? Very good. Thank you. Okay, I will proceed first. Okay. So this is our first time creation of the new employee. Okay, how about if I have the information, I update, when I first update, I update wrongly. Okay, it's not supposed as November 12, 2024. It's supposed as October 12, 2024. Okay, after I updated, okay, I didn't save. Okay, I'm using others as the sample, maybe this one. Okay, you see, this one already, but I just realized my higher date wrong. It's not supposed as the 1st of the January 2024. When you try to updating here, actually you're not able to update at all. Why? Because this one is mapped from the first information. Confirmation cannot update at all. Okay, where you want to go, you go to the timeline. Okay, this one your implementer able to explain to you more in details, but for now you just listen to me only. Okay, so this is because when we are doing the first update, the system already captures your higher date as 1st of January. If you want to update the backdated information, we are going back to the timeline. The timeline is explaining of the history of your employee, of the employment. Okay? If you keep on using the system, for example, like 10 years, you will have their probations, their confirmation, their update of the salary, their change of the department, all these they will under the whole line. You're able to see the timeline of the employee movement. Okay. Then when we go for the higher, we go for this higher information, we change the higher date. See, it's not the 1st of January, maybe it's like 12. I click on the 12. Okay. Then I click on the confirm. It's very important if you want to update for the backdated information. You want to click on the confirm. It's not for the save. If you click on the save, the system will bypass on this box. Okay, the box. Okay, they are not able to save. Okay, for example, if I put like now, right? Okay, then I save. Okay, you see what happened. When you go for the employment, you see, won't update at all. It still remain the same. Okay, we go for the timeline. We click on edit. We check on 12. Okay, again 12, but this time the thing is I make the difference is I click on the confirm. Then timeline has been updated. Okay, same. We go for the employment. Is it higher date change? Higher date change already. Okay, this is the place that you're able to update. This is very important. If you have put in wrongly of your higher date, you want to make sure the higher date is back. Okay. Reason why this is so important because it's going to affect our leave calculation. Okay. If you like 202, if you like months, still okay. But if you have using the years, okay, for example, you are wrongly in the years lah. 2024, okay lah, because they are not finished 1 year, right? So they are still under prorations of your leave entitlement. But if this stuff is 202, 20, which means employee are going to have 3 up to 4 years of experience, but you are giving them the leave entitlement wrongly, but you also not aware of this. Okay, then your employee share will come back to you lah. Okay, so this is the place. If you want to direct update here, I not really suggest. For example, you have the change of department 48. You want to change to legal. Okay, if you update here directly, what is happen is they will act as the today as your effective date. Okay, we go to timeline C. Your date as a effective date is today. But what happened when I update, I already update wrongly. It's not support is 48. It's support is legal. I just update wrongly. I don't want to start back from November 18. There's the 2 way to do. Okay, I delete first. One is we go back to the highest informations from here. Okay, we change to legal. Okay, right? Which means from start. Okay, from the higher I already changed. But just make sure when you are changing, right? Okay, the information they need to be synchronized from down to the top. Okay, why? You can see this is the changes 5,000, 5,001, 5,000. If you here change to the legal, but here change to 48, okay, which means you are not updated there. The employment was still under 48. Still under 48. Okay, let's check. Okay, then we need to make sure this one is update salary is okay. This one is confirmations. Okay, we need to change the department to legal. So we're able to see your department is updated to legal. Okay, so this is how the timeline works. Okay, then we have the teams. Teams is very straightforward that you want to group of your employee under one group. Okay, for example, you have the Ali teams. Then you want to group the Ali teams as the team managers. Then who is the person employee able to view? Okay, then you can using the filter function. This is the filter. Okay, like this department. Okay, so all these functions should be done after you done create all the employee, so that you have all the function to be filtered. Okay, you can filter like this for your employee and save. Okay, once we save, it means this 3%, okay, they're able to view for this 20 employee, even though it's not direct reporting to them. Okay, so this is the team functions. We just basically go through only. For the progression is the employee want to update, the HR want to update the employee information, such as that confirmation or resignation. Okay, so you can see from here, if you go to the employment, you are not able to update. It's gray out. See, like, no matter how I click, it's gray out because the update is not from here. The higher date is original when you are updating of the employee. The thing that if you want to change is we only can go to the timeline. Okay, just now I already done demonstrate. Then if you want to change of your employee, just like confirmation, you need to go to the employee progression confirmation. Okay, then you have your date of confirm. They just put on your confirmation date. Okay, what is your company or any change of department? Maybe previously is the intern. You want to update as a permanent. Also can. Then you update their salary, their information, then confirm. Okay, this is for the confirmation. Okay, you're just going to go through on this. When you have your system, you will be able to understand more in details. Okay, so for the update is for those that update of the salary or change of the department, any update regarding the employee employment changes. For example, this effective should be start of 1st of January, but HR late update. You can put as 1st of January. Okay, sorry, 1st of the January. Okay, HR forget okay, 1st of January. Then all this information, okay, you change to the correct one. Once done, then you update employee. So when you update employee, just make sure, okay, the updated is the latest lah, or you need to make sure your timeline there is no crash. Okay, there is no crash. Okay, if there is a crash, you need to update from the down up to the top. Okay, to make sure it's reflected under the employment. Okay. So this is for the progression. If you have the staff resign, you can using for this resignation. Okay, this is a resignation. Okay, for example, your staff resign on today. Okay, then you put on today date. When is their tender? Is by 2 months. Okay, okay, like this lah. Okay, 18th of September, and the last working day is the one that employee deduct their annual leave. Okay, the balance. Okay, for example, this is 18 is the official, but after they deduct, they able to leave the company earlier as 12th of November. Okay, then how we pay to the bank, to the staff for their last salary, we using the bank. Then the last payment we are pay on November. Okay, system by default already have the reason. If you want to put in the reason, cannot. If you want to have the remark, then you just put like resign. Okay. Any information, then resign employee. Okay. So for here list is very straightforward. This is your active employee listing. So it will show under this resignation. If you go for this confirmation, they're also going to show off the probation staff information only. Probation. Okay. Update is for the active employee. Okay. And we will have the last is called rehire. The staff that resign and rejoin back the company. We will have the resignation list. Okay, you see? Status resign. You want to rehire back, which means we will use back all the information in their previous employment in the company, right? Then we will change only the hire date. But you also can change of their ID as well. If you don't want to say like keep on 171, maybe this is the employee already left like 3 years, then you can give them a new ID. Okay, then their year of service higher all will be start as a new. This employee going to have two profile. One is the resign profile, another one is the new employee profile. Okay, their leave entitlement all will be start using the new higher date to calculate, unless you put in your staff benefit date. Okay, batch progressions, best salary adjustment and remove location, all these are seldom using. Okay, best salary adjustment that you are going to use mostly is there is the government announced on the minimum wages lah. Okay, for example, you have the operator salary is the 1,005. Government is declared to put it as 1,007. Okay, for the new 2025. Okay, so we just put like 1st of January 2025. Then every staff, okay, of the salary adjustment, okay, no matter it's 175017, 1560, 1520, all this, the minimum will change to 17. Okay, then company say, okay, we just put everyone under 1,700. Okay, so we just use salary adjustment. This is the increment, whether you buy fixed amount, everyone is at 1,005 is okay, is just put 200 increment. Or by percentage, 5% of the increment. Okay, is the same reduction. So this one is the one that we put at 147. And we can click on the continue, be able to filter based on their position or department. If you have the operator, then you can filter. And later on, all this employee, they will adjust their salary. This is called salary adjustment. Okay, best listed is for those if you have any disciplinary issue. Okay, for example, they have their warning letter or anything that you want to keep in the system, because later on you might not going to use for the manual method. Okay, you have any offense, for example, okay, Ahmad lah. Okay, Ahmad, ask me like Ahmad. Okay, then if there is the passport number, then you put lah on it, then your IC number. Okay, then what is your offense? Like in 3 times. Bad behavior, words, supervisor. Okay, so you will have something record in the system. But this one is not viewable by employee. Only HR will do. You have this information. Okay. This one called prelisting. Notice board is if you have any announcement. Okay, for example, I want to put the announce of the CNY celebration. Okay, CNY celebration. Okay, then I put like, okay, we just pre-plan ahead lah. So for start date, if you want to send out immediate, okay, you just put as the today. If you do like 30, right, your dashboard or notice board, they are not able to view by the employee because the date is not yet start. Okay, if you want to view, then put 18th. When is the end date? Okay. So you are going to decide forever, then you put as the forever date lah. For example, like 31st or 999 also can. Okay, forever. They are going to show forever in their employee notice board. You also can use it as your company handbook. Okay, if you want to have the handbook or notifications or certain information, your employee always need to be aware. Just like their attire, okay, or their office behavior or something, okay, or working hours that you want your employee to always be aware. You can always put this in their notice board. If you don't have, it's like only certain period, then it's okay when you just put as back to the certain period lah. Fine, like this. Then, okay, then you can put it like pretty a bit. You want to upload a certain photo, okay, or link or YouTube link, upload files. Require acceptance. If your employee required to be acceptance, they are put in a certain agreement information. Okay, required to enter first name and last name, very seldom. Display end date, okay, or just let the employee know when is the end date of this notice board. Okay, send email notification. Your employee will be going to be aware when you have the news information sent to them. Okay, news memo. Okay, then conditions. Then whether you want to send to all employee like this, all available. Okay, then you just select all available, or you want to exclude out for the director. Okay, director, or the certain person. Then you can toggle off, disable. not to include this person. Or else, you can using the filter, okay, like department. For example, this is the only for the admin. You can select for admin only. Okay, system able to filter the information. Then you can save. Okay. So right now, very simple. I just want to select for myself for the testing purpose. It's called Scarlet Demo. We save. Okay. Once we save, you're able to view in your dashboard. Wait, dashboard. See? Okay. So this is the dashboard look like from your employee view. Then you just click on this one. Okay, to know what is the information. If there is any file need to upload, HR have upload, they're also going to see here. Okay, they also can download if you have any attachment. This is how it works. Okay, for the teams, okay, all this you are not going to touch on. Okay, job description that I use for the recruitment modules. Employee chart is very straightforward. I'm going to go through like very quick one later on. Okay, and face photo is the photos they are registered and in the device. Okay, and upload to the system. Okay, this one is called face photo. Okay, so we are done for the employee part. Okay, I will give you another 15-minute break. We will continue with our setting. Okay, for the general setting, we're going to go through on this part and our user account. Okay. Okay, this is only for HR relevance only. If for the work location, if you are not include everything, right? If you have turned on for the mobile clocking this function, okay, they are going to detect on your GPS unless you are enable them to clocking anywhere. Okay, depends on the schedule setting, whether allow to clocking anywhere or specific location. Okay, if there is the new joiner, you can see the previous notice board. Okay, this one is depends on your filter. You still remember we have to whether assign this employee for the notice board. If you want this notice board to be keep on continue forever, when the employee join the session, join the company, you need to refresh again the employee list. Okay, I hope you answer your questions. Okay, for the employee profile can open to the employee to key through my request and HR to approve or only HR can update. Okay, so the employee profile, there is a tool, there is a employee directories. Okay, that one is for the HR. The employee directory is for the HR to monitor. HR to update. Okay, if there is another one is the personal directory. Or I would say like personal profile. Employee on profile, they are required to request change or update of the information and HR to approve. Okay, next we break on the like 15 minutes. We are going back on, start back on 11:20. Okay. At the meantime, you also can keep sending me the Q&A or chat information. I will reply on it. Okay. Let me know whether I have answered your question. If you say this is the question that you are able to understand, then you just give me a thumbs up, okay? Or you can put it as the mark as the best question so that I know I able to understand what is your question and I not any misunderstanding on your question. Okay. Okay, welcome back. I hope everyone already back. Okay, if you're already back and you're able to listen to my voice, please give me one emoji. Okay, so for the link questions, okay, attachment in the notice board can we set the access restriction whereby the staff can only view the document but can't download. Okay, unfortunately not able. Okay, when you uploading the file, which means that file is shareable. Okay, everyone able to download. But advice I can give you is whether you put it under the written format. Okay, you just type in everything lah. Okay, in the written format instead of your uploading file. Okay. Another one is when you're uploading the file, you just put in your watermark and put in the description. Okay, you are not allowed to use for this file or what is the purpose for business purpose of your personal purpose. Okay, to avoid the employee to abuse or violate use of the documentation. Okay, so this is what we can use lah. Okay, for this of the information. Let me know whether Kathleen I answer your question. Okay. If you think this one is you are able to accept, then give me one like lah. If you have any concern, then you just keep on send me in the reply email. Sorry, the comment. Okay. So thank you everyone for back to the section. Let's start and continue back. Okay. So we were going to go to the settings, general. Okay, we will have the user interface. Okay, what is the user interface mean is you have the interface to define how the look and your feel with the worksheet. Okay, for example, the time format. I don't want to see as 24-hour format. I prefer to view as the 12 hours or 9 format. Okay, there's the 12 hour, there's the two type. One is like this, 9, then 00 a.m. Okay, then 12 hours is 09 in front. So different is 09 and 9. Which one you prefer? Okay, so if you put like 09, okay, 09 a.m. Another is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then or 9 a.m. to 09 a.m. to 05 p.m. Okay, this is how you're able to define, or you want to put 24 hours format. Okay, you are going to view this when you are employee doing the clocking. Okay, whether they will see as the 16 or they will see as the 4 o'clock. Okay, this is the system by default for the that format. Okay, time zone, language. Okay, basically only the English lah. Others you can ignore it. Display name. Okay, display name very important. I will put as the full name. Okay, full name is as per IC passport, which means if you put this as a no name, later on your report also will show as the no name as well. Okay, it won't show as the full name. So you can change anytime. Shift display, you can put as the shift name and the shift time so that employee know what is the shift that are being arranged and the shift time. For example, the office, okay? The name is the office, shift name office. Shift time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay? Then you also have office 2, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, for example. Okay, able to view employee in the reporting to selection. Okay, this one only able to view up to your reporting level only. If you want to see the others person, there is not in your reporting line or not in your department, you are not able to view for the employee. Okay, so basically this one is for those we are want to select for the for covering. Okay, if we are absent or you are request for the maternity leave, you want the person to as your backup or you have your buddy system lah, okay? You have the backup, okay? If this employee, they are go on leave, you cannot go on leave, okay? They will be have one pair like this, okay? So this is called reporting, but you cannot select the person is not within your reporting line. For example, you are in the IT, but you want to select the admin, okay? Not able, okay? So if there is not under your reporting line, you're not able to click to select the employee, okay? If you want, you can click on this option. Now, if you don't need, then it's okay. Okay, add enable email to FA. This one is the two-factor authentication, but I will suggest you if you want to turn on this can, but when the time you want to request for the support using the ticket, okay, you want to raise for the ticket, your support not able to go into your system. You need to turn on this one, do that. Okay, this one there will be a bit like block from the worksheet to view from your system. Okay, but you need to be aware if you want to ask to like support you, okay, you need to turn on this one for us. If not, we are not able to support you. We're not able to view of your system. Okay. Allow duplicate IC or new IC or old IC. Okay, so what happened is there are some directors. If your whole company, there is the 5 subsidies inside the workspace system, and each of 5 company, they are going to pay salary to this director. Okay, okay, what it means is they are going to have the same IC number across 5 company. In order for the system to save for the duplicate IC and old IC, you need to turn on this setting. If not, they are not allow you to save for the IC. They will say this IC already existed in the system. Okay, I hope this one clear. If you have that, those directors or any staff, they are paid from multiple company in the workspace system. Okay, because their information will be all exactly same. Income tax, EPX, also information all exactly same. IC also will be same. Okay, but they are paid differently from their different company because they are going to have different pay state, also different EF form. Okay, so next we will employee card appearance. For the employee card appearance is just now when we are going through on the employee profile. Okay. Okay, so remember we are employee profile. Okay, you will have the first screen like this. This is your ID, your name, your position or department, your status. Okay, how we able to configure all this? Is it we able to change? Yes, we can change. We change over here. You can see employee ID, company names, employee name, department, employee status. Okay, I also can change anytime. This one, they are effective immediately. Okay, you can click on this. I don't want to see employee status. I want to see based on year of service. I can drag. Okay, this one is by default. We are not able to add on anything. Okay, so we will click like year of service. I save. Okay, when you are first save, okay, you will see the system is not reflected yet. Why? Because system take time. So what we can do, we just refresh. Okay, then we click again. For just now, the staff, this one, Aisha Ahmad. Okay, you see, now it changed to the year of service. Okay, it's very, very straightforward for this setting. Okay, you can change anytime. Just remember, if you are not see they are not reflected, refresh or reload. Or else you just log out and re-log in back. Okay, this is how we're able to log out. We have this icon, it's called log out. Okay. Okay, so for general setting, we also have this one employee custom field if you want to have the more information, just like transportation, what is the report these employees belong to, you can use this. But if you want to use, remember, you need to ask your implementer. They're able to guide you and understand your company before they advise to you. Okay, don't simply put in, yeah, because we might already have that section. For example, position, department, division, category, we already have. So that you don't need to create not relevance. Okay, if you think that one is like, I want to have a remark, but I want to put in somewhere. They have fields type, just like text, date, okay. Then also have the chat box, okay, have the drop down. So you need to seek the advice from your implementer or consultant on this. Then they're able to guide you based on your requirement. If not, later on you want to put in this one in the text, but when you want to filter, you need to every time type in the text file. For example, you have your KL ABC, okay, KL ABC project. And then you also add Johor ABC project. Okay, if you put in at the text, every time when you want to filter the report, okay, so this is, I give you like real case scenario, okay. Every time when you want to filter the report, who is the person under this project, okay, KL ABC or Johor ABC, okay, then I could put like custom field, okay. Then if you put as a text, every time I also need to put in like KL project. Every time, KL project, then cannot have the mistake of your name typing. If you have the drop down like this, we able to exclude like this. We already done set up into just list. So this is the place that you need to seek your advice, okay, from the implementer, how they able to guide you. Okay, if you put like this, every time you also need to key in like this. Cannot have ABCD, then we not able to filter. ABC only. Okay. If you already have done preset, Then we'll have this one, KL ABC project, Johor ABC project. You just need to select the filter. Okay, this is how we able to have a better design of our report on our look and the feel of the worksheet. Okay, instead you just put in as the type, you every time also need to key in by yourself. Okay, this is the custom field. Okay, for the company. Okay, the company is the place that you need to create your company. Okay, when you are looking to the system they are going to have two. Okay, initially, one is called demo. For example, your company is ABC company. Okay, you're going to have demo ABC company. Demo ABC company. Then another one is the ABC company. The demo ABC company, you will see there is one employee always. It's called, there is the certain employee name, okay, but you will see they under demo company. That one is we use for our support, okay, or other implementers, so to support you throughout the project. Okay, for your employee personally, they require to create under ABC company, not the demo. The demo is not for you. Okay, the demo is only for us, for our support team, for our implementer, if they want to check on the testing of or the demonstrate on how the system work, they were using the demo. Okay, so remember when you want to create the employee, you create under the company name. Okay, when you are select your employee company, okay, they have your list. Don't select the demo. This one very important. I don't create. If you change, it's okay. Later on, you just come here to the timeline to change. Okay. Next, this is the company. We go back to the company. For the company informations, okay, here is where you can create your company. You can click here to upload your company logo. Okay. Click to upload your company logo. Use your company name, full name, for example, ABC company. Then this is your label. Label is the short form. You can put like ABC. Okay. Then your company registration numbers, your website if you have payment no need, parent company if you have parent company, if you don't need also can. Okay, contact. Okay, this one important to fill in because we have the certain form just like CP38, Form B, Form BE, Form E. All these form they are require certain information of the company. Okay, this is the place they capture all this information. For example, was 6. Yeah, for example, we are going to capture all this information in the form. Okay, this is the payroll. Only show payroll when the payroll period is long. Okay, your payroll is going to show the employee when there is a lot. You are going to learn this from your next trainer in our payroll section. As well, you also can seek for your understanding from the implementer or the consultant that assigned to you. It is the template. What is the template? Okay, so this is the new features. I'm not really sure whether it's already pushed out in the live or not. Okay, because now I'm using the demo. Okay, so they are going to have the template. Earlier on, we have the default template only. Okay, but this one, if you need, you might need to seek for your implementer assistant. How they're going to create this template. Okay, I'm not going to go through with you in this section. Okay, so invitation. Auto send invitation when create new employee. Okay, this is when we are creating new employee. Okay, like this. Okay. I just put in everything informations as a new employee, create and then I save. Once I save, the system auto blast out the invitation to the employee. Okay, maybe by this time your employee information is not really complete. Okay, maybe you just put in the name, the IC, the IDs, the email address, and the some simple information for you to save in the system first. Okay, but the employee able to reset the password and log in back to the system. So this one, it just depends on you whether you are prefer or not. So mostly I will guide my client is, if you're already very familiar with the step, just like 1 to 2 months after implementation. Okay, you very confirm already. I know how it's work, everything. Okay, it's okay. We just send to the employee. Okay, then anything we just update. It's okay. Then you just click on this setting. Okay, they're going to blast out the information. Maybe your information is not corrected. The supervisor is not assigned yet. Everything, all this not yet. Okay, it's called invitation. Okay, auto send invitation when update employee work email. Okay, if you are change of employee work email, they're also going to blast out another information. Email to the employee. Okay. Account activation. If your employee resign, or for example, today is their resignation day, they're still able to log into the system. But next day onward, they cannot log into the system because we already deactivate the user. We also realize some of the company didn't turn on this one. Okay, they have the two way. One is your active auto. Okay, another one is your manual. Whenever employee resign after 2 to 3 days, the HR go to check the information, want to do the leave and cash or any balance of the payment to the employee, that resign employee, you can manually to deactivate the user. Okay, if not, your employee always can go back to the WOTC system to see their own profile. Okay, their own payslip, their own EA, okay, it's their own information, they always can log in back. Okay. So this is a request auto cancellation if there is no approval. Okay, if you want to use, can use. Next, we will have your bank account number. This is the company bank account number that the company use want to pay to the employee. For example, you have your Citibank. Sorry, CIMB lah, CIMB Bank. Then this is your bank account number. You need to tick set as default bank. Okay, so this is tick set as default bank. You're able to use the CIMB as your bank file. Okay. So if you want to submit the salary of your employee, then you can use set as a bank file. If you have more than one bank, you can select add more. Okay, there's one, add more bank. Maybe it's half HP. Ensure and save. But if this time, previously I using the CIMB, but this month company say they prefer to use for the RHB. You need to change to RHB. Okay, then you save. We just able to generate the bank file. Okay, this one your implementer able to guide to you more in details. Today is just basic understanding. Okay, this is the statutory information, the company income tax information. Once you already done update in the bank account, here there's the mapping. You just select. Okay, for example, you have your informations. Then this is who is your PIC. Okay, for example, this is HR. You just select what is the phone number. Okay, sales for the KWSB, EPF. Okay, you have the PIC. PIC also for the EPF, we have the two calculation. One is the exact percentage, another one is table. It's table, then you're using the table. Okay, this is how we able to identify the calculation of the EPF. Okay, there's also payment, the HRD. Okay, it's very, very straightforward. You just remember to put in the information only. So if there is 1% of the levy, then just put 1%. Once done, you can save. Okay, so you need to make sure if you want to use create new company, you need to create first before you go to create in for your new employee. Okay, you just will have your new employee in this listing. If you're not able to find easiest, you just need to reload or log out and log in back. Okay, this is for the new employee creation. Okay, next we are going to have the holidays. Okay, for the holidays, okay, we have all the holiday in the Malaysias. Okay, you can create your own holiday. Okay, this one your implementer able to guide you more in details lah. For here, I will ask you and guide you how you're able to create new holidays, how you're able to do the delete, change of the holidays. Okay, if you don't want anymore. Okay, so if you want to add holiday, you just come here add holiday. For example, Malaysia Day. Then what is the stage? If you are entitled or you have the branches more than one. Okay, for example, you have one in the KL, one in the Johor, one in the Selangor. Okay, you can put 3. If you only have one, then it's okay. You just put as Johor. Okay, just based on your branches location. Because this one will affect their attendance and their leave. Okay, if your employee that day is their holiday, whether they are allowed to work. If they work, are they going to pay for the OT rate 3.0? 2.0, 3.0. Okay, if they're on leave, are we going to skip for that holiday or not? This is how it's going to be identified using the holiday setting. Okay, so I just put September 16. Like this, okay, you can add. Okay, so once you add, they're able to add under the listing. You can see here, because this one is demo, so it's a bit messy lah. Okay. Okay, like this. Okay, if I don't want, what I can do is I can delete immediate like this. Or I want to change the name. For example, I'm using the one, maybe this one. Okay, I want to change the name. For example, I want to change the name. I can, after update, I save. Okay, this one is the holiday setting. So that each year you also need to require to do for this holiday. Okay, manually each year. System going to have the mapping on the holiday, but it also depends on you what holiday you have choose in the beginning of your schedule. If you want to add on new holiday, you can come here to add on the new holiday. But some company, they also prefer, they want to delete everything, then they want to start for their own holiday only. Why? Because in the Malaysia, they are going to have 300 plus of the holiday throughout the Malaysia for all the stage. Okay, so if you're not going to have like so many, you're able to delete it. Okay, like this, delete. Okay, then you just manually add in for your holiday. But I will say you get your advice from your implementer, how you want to do for this setting. Okay, this one is the holiday. Okay, system level. System level is the place that we store all the information. For example, we have new branches opening in the where is the place? Pahang, okay, branches. So we just go to the branches. Okay, I just add new, then I just put Pahang. Okay, just make sure your labels should be cannot more than 15 characters. Okay, alphanumeric. Like this lah. Okay, cannot more than 15 characters. So Pahang, then you just save. Okay, if you say no, it's the Pahang. No, it's the Pahang I wrongly put in. I should be put as the Kelantan. Then you just change to Kelantan also. Okay. So if you have changes, for example, this Pahang, they already mapped to the staff. They're already mapping to the staff. When I selected, it's under Pahang. If from the Pahang, I change to Kelantan, all the Pahang employee will change to the Kelantan as well. You not need to update one by one. Okay, but if you update from here, if you want to have the new branches, you need to create a new. Okay, they are going to affect immediate. Okay, for all the staff. Okay, if you want to delete, you want to make sure, your employee is not using any of these labels. For example, in their timeline, they also don't have. In their employment detail, they also don't have. You're just able to delete. If not, try to delete for the SHRM. Okay, like this. You are not able to delete because you already have your information mapping. Okay, for these branches. How we able to know? We can using the report. Okay, report, employee, employment. Okay, just now what is this? Branch. Okay, then we select for the branches like Banten. So, Shah Alam, okay, Shah Alam. Try to delete for Shah Alam. Then I go to next. You're able to know, oh, this is the person. They are using the Shah Alam. Only I remove the Shah Alam from this employee, I able to delete for that Shah Alam label. Okay, it's very, very straightforward. Okay, with this one, you later on you can try to create your own. Okay, and you want to update directly also can. But this one also depends on your company headcount. If your company headcount is not very big, it's like 30 and below, I will advise you can use the system that update then direct update. If more than that, I will use the template. Okay, I will advise you to use the template because there's a lot of information they will keep on repeating. Just like the SOCSO categories, the EPF, okay, and country, stage, race, religions, all this keep on repeating. If you want to use in the system, you will keep on repeat to click on the same thing over and over again. Okay, but also depends on you lah. If you say like faster, for the small headcount of the employee directly from the system is the faster. Anything you can change immediately. Okay, depends on your company headcount. Okay, so we now continue back to the system levels. Okay, we have the categories. Okay, you can update is the same thing, cost centers, divisions. If you have the GL code, you also want to put in your GL code here, also can. Okay, lines, sections. Okay, this one is the optional. If you don't want to use this, okay, you can ignore it. Okay, offer letters, category. If you want to have more offer letter, different categories of the general increment, I will go through with you in a short while. Department, okay, positions. Okay, so I have the small advice to all the company in our section. Okay, try to harmonize a bit in this level because when you are doing the reporting, okay, if you do like barista, then suddenly go for this different alphabet, you can see finance admin, suddenly go to the big capital letter. Your report will going a bit messy. Try to harmonize. If you want to have all go to this sentence format is okay. If you want to go back to all the big capital letter also can standardize everything. If not, the report ones when you are generate, they are going to, some have the all big capital letter, some is small big capital letter, or some is the sentence capital letter. Okay, sentence format. So try to harmonize lah. Okay. For job grade, job tag no need, all this is the no need. Okay, this is the reason. If you have any reason, okay, you when your employee want to request for their OT or absent, you can preset the reason. This is how we preset. Same and just add new and save. Okay, later I will show you where you can able to find this reason. Okay, when employee apply. Same for the claims. Okay, employee is first like resignation, letters, terminations, leave. If you have the reason, you can do it like this. Temp. What is the categories? If you want to categorize your employee, for example, you have HR, benefit, entertainment categories, explain claim categories. You can further identify. If you're not, then it's okay. You just put as a claim enough. Okay. This is the pay cycle. How many cycle that you are going to have in the system? For example, you have the month end. Your mid-month, every month also need to pay the advance 50%. Okay. Then you will have the mid-month, month end, and also bonus. This one depends because the system didn't have the limit for you, how many pay cycle you have in the system. Okay, is the system level. Okay, approval. Approval is the place that we want to organize the application to submit through. For examples, okay, let's go to like very straightforward. I put it under the Word file. Okay, for example, you will have three different of the employee, admin. Okay, admin is they are reporting to the HR manager. Okay, then you will have all employee. Okay, exclude admin. Then they will have their direct report. Then go to the HR. Okay, so what it means is this is the approval flow. When your employee want to submit OT, who is going to be their approval to approve the application? So this is the employee direct reporting. How we able to identify for this direct reporting? Who is the person? Okay, we go back to the system. Okay, actually it's identified through here. Okay, it's called here, reporting to. You can see for this, let me find some name. Okay. Okay, for this, Ali Abdullah is direct reporting to Logan. See? Ali Abdullah, direct report to Logan. So when we click on this profile, you're able to understand from the employment under this field, it's a make to the Logan. Okay, if I set the approval flow, it's like this. So that this one is the Ali, then this one will be Logan. Okay, So because everyone also have their own direct reporting. So would be Ali go to Logan. Then we also have the Ahmad go to the Sherry. Okay. Everyone have their own direct reporting. Okay, for example, you have like 300 of employee. Each of them, some is like standardized. Okay, some is not. Okay, maybe whole department of the HR is the same, but IT is different. Okay, that be IT also has different level, different reporting person. Okay, so here we were using as a general term what we call as first level reporting. Okay, level 1 supervisor. So the level 1 supervisor is referring to the person, this one. Okay, so basic understanding. Okay, if you have like difference, if you want to identify based on different department, also can for like IT. Then I want to hash direct reporting. Okay, direct reporting is the person that under the profile. So I want to go for the HOD, then I want to go for the IT managers, then go to IT director. How you want to classify? Maybe for the IT, you also have different group. IT, they are going for the direct reporting. Okay. Then not that level is like need to up to the IT manager, only up to HOD. Also can. Okay, this one is depend how we design on their approval flow. So HR, when you are doing all this approval flow, need to be like very cautious. You need to have the discussion with your HOD, okay, or need to really understand how the flow they are going to set for the approval level. Okay. So for example, we go back here. Okay, I just put like level 1. Okay, so this one I just put IT, and I put direct reporting. Go to IT manager. So you can see the level 2, I want to put IT manager. But who is the IT manager? But always the IT manager could be like 1 to 2%. It's very straightforward. It's not like the direct reporting. Every person have their own. Okay, so we go to add another level, or in the same level also can. Okay, if you have the IT like this one, okay, any now. Okay, then you can, from these 2%, you can select any to approve or all to approve. Okay, for example, I have 3 level. Another next is the director. Okay, director, this one. Okay, so I need to have any of these must be approved first before reach to the Abu. Or, okay, this one all to approve. This one is any, either one. Okay, but you say like, no, 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 now I wrongly, I can delete. Okay, you can delete like this, click on this dustbin icon. But this one I also wrongly update. Okay, I want to delete, but you can see we cannot have any delete button. What we can do is we click on add approval. We will click on this one. Okay, you can see there is the cancel icon. Click on the cancel icon, then confirm. Then we continue for the another level. Okay, I say this time I want the second level for the any now. Okay, but how I know who is the person that they are under this field? Okay, then we can go to the next. I can using the filter. For example, I have the position, which there is the any position under the ID should be direct report to this person. Okay, for example, on site like any okay, this one. Okay. Okay, on-site service provider, then they'll go to the direct reporting IT manager based on the filtering or the information that we set in the employee profile. Or else there's another information you're using the manual selection. Okay, so that if you're using the manual selection, anytime if it's the same stuff. Okay, if you have the new employee, remember to update for the approval flow. This one is a must. Okay, you cannot skip if you have the new employee. So for example, this one, I can click like this one. Click like this, then I can save. So that what it means is, okay, whenever these 2 employees want to submit for the request OT application, they are going to go through for their first direct reporting and the any log. Okay, just let me know if you have any question on this part. Okay. Okay, this one is request OT. Okay, this one is request plan OT. Request OT is the OT that you already you do after your work. Okay, then next day, you just request for the OT. This one is planned OT. Before you start the OT, you plan in advance. Okay, this one whether is planned by the supervisor or planned by the employee. Okay, who is the person that are required to approve for this application? If there is the employee, then direct reporting. If they are using the supervisor to request the plan, then it's their HOD or their manager level to approve for this plan OT. Request short hours if those like employee they have the urgency or something they need to go out to the office. Okay, maybe short like 2 hours, go for the bank. Okay, HR might go for the bank. So then you see, why your attendance is short hours, you need to request. You can put the reason, go to the bank. Okay, so this is request short hours. Request change shift, morning shift change to the afternoon shift. Request incomplete clock. Okay, if you have the in out, every in and out should be in pair. So just in and out. Okay, you cannot like in, but out. Okay, so that you will have your missing clock. This is what we say incomplete clock. Then employee will require to submit, okay, or to void for this incomplete clock. Later I will show you how an employee going to submit. Okay, this is request absence. The employee is like totally not absent, not present to the work. Okay, commonly is they go for the training, they go for the outstation. Okay, so it's absent, or they attend the fair. Next day, they're able to request the request absent with the supporting document or valid reason. Okay, or to void for that absent. Request leave. If you any leave, who should be the approval of flow? Okay, it's very, very straightforward. It's the same as just now I have demonstrated just now. Okay, so this is the covering person. If you have select the person as your covering, just like your body, just now I have mentioned, okay, you can put it as like covering person required to approve first before they reach to the first level or supervisor. For example, Ali is direct reporting to the Logan, correct? Then Ali middles in their subordinate is another staff called Ahmad. Okay, so when the Ali want to apply the application, Ali will require to select Ahmad. Okay, it's like a body or pair lah. Okay, then Ahmad need to approve before reach to the level 1 supervisor. If you don't want, then you can turn on this one. Okay, or maybe it's like they will route to the current person within 4 days. How many days? But commonly I just put like 0 lah. Okay, they need to approve first before they reach to the first level supervisor. The function is why this is like sometimes important is one, if you have the body, okay, this whole department only have 4 person. Okay, they are going to back up each other, or there's only to have 2 person, 2 admin. Okay, then they are going to back up each other. If Lisa on leave, Farah cannot on leave. Okay, so this is the reason they are using the current person. So if you have any email CC, maybe from this type, they are not need to approve, okay, for the application, but your director need to know. Okay, for example, this. Your director required to know who is the person on leave, but your director not really required to approve the application, just need to know only. So you can put in as an email CC. Okay, so if like you know this employee, this person is always busy, then if there is no approval within or rejection within 1 day, they're going to route to another person. Okay, which means we are not going to wait for the Lisa and the direct reporting to approve. We are straight route to the Abu to approve for this application without waiting. Okay, then you can select the employee, which one? Okay, is the person they are affecting for this approval workflow. Okay, the same goes to the claims. Okay, goes to the appraiser if you have like profile update. Okay, profile update is always the updates for the HR. Okay, for example, they have the approval workflow. Okay, the HR they have 3 person. Okay, they are going to have 2 person to approve first, then just reach to the last person. Okay, so this is effect is for the our employee profile. So employee personally update the emergency contact number for this. Okay, you need to set up for this profile update. Okay, so we are done for the basic setting. Next, I will go through a bit on the user account. Okay, let me know, do you have any question? I give you like another 3 minutes. Wait, Okay, I give you another 3 minutes. You can type in your questions. Okay. Okay, for there is any info will affect if we link to the parent company. No, this is for the reference purpose. Okay. But I can further identify for use. But I think you can reach out to your implementer during the section. Yeah, because they're able to understand your company practice better before they advise you on the setting. Okay. Where the see the playseat template? Okay, because we are not going to go through on the playseat template for today's section, but it's okay. Let me find for you, yeah. Okay, because this one is the newly of the new enhancement, I will ask to check on this information. But if you want to have any update on this template, payslip template, you're able to check with the implementer. Okay. Okay, I will ask the city Halma to send out to all the participants. Okay, we also will have including the recording as well. Okay, this is the question. How about the subsidiary company, right? So if our approval is all from the HQ, is it the HR can approve even they didn't in the list of our company staff? Yes, because HR, they have the authorities, but we were able to identify the authorities based on the access right, which is later I going to touch on this one. Okay, be able to Okay, any of the other questions? If not, we will back on 12:07. Okay, I give you another 2 minutes. If you have any question want to ask before I go for the user account and access right. Okay, so just reminder for today's section, we will end it around 1 p.m. But we will try to finish our session earlier, sir, if can. Okay, if you have any question you want to stay back to ask me also can. Any question from the floor? Just feel free to ask me any question because after the training, if you have your implementer, you only able to reach to your implementer to ask the question. So I will not able to answer your question during that time. Okay, let's continue if there is no more questions. Okay, so let me continue to the user role and access right. Okay, this one is very important need to be like aware of it because in the company, because all the data will store in the system. So it's very important for us to identify who is the person able to view of this information. For example, if you are not the correct person, you are not able to view for the employee payslip. You're also not able to view for that report. Okay. So if you're a normal person, it's like employee only. You shouldn't go to view any of the other stuff, report or the payslip. Okay, it's very, very important. You need to be very, very take care on this one. Okay, very, very concerned because this one is the PNC and they also will be have the risk of the information leaking. Okay, so very concerned on this. Okay, so what we will do is when we are doing for this role, we will assign first. When you are employee, when you go to the system for the first time of the creation of the employee, what we will have is we will direct you under the employee role. You are not going to make under the manager or any other role. Okay, by default by the system, okay, go back to the Word file. Okay, this one. Go back to the Word file. Okay, if you have like different levels in the company, you will have the HR. If you have two types of the HR, one is able to view payslip, yeah, able to view all employee salary. Okay, could be like this. Salary and process payroll. Okay. Then we also have the HR. They are only able to view the details of employee information. Not salary or payroll. Okay, we will have two types. Okay, so we will have need to identify how many row of user that we will have. Okay, then we also have the manager. Manager able to view for attendance, leave, and claim report. Okay, this report can, but not payroll. Not payroll. Also have the directors able to view all employee information, including payroll, okay, salary, then but it's the oversee only, okay, not approval. Which means your director able to view all the information, but they are not going to be approval. Okay, you can see 1, 2, 3. Then we also have what? We also have those like superior. Okay, able to view, able to approve the applications of employee. Okay, but no payroll, no salary, also no report. Cannot view of the report. Okay, for example, basically we just list down like this lah. Okay, so we will have two different HR, one managers, director, and superior. How we able to identify? We were using the user role. Okay, we were using the user role to identify. Okay, so for example, I will assign Lisa is the main HR, is the higher authorities. So it will be, we will call HCM admin. Okay, then HR, there's another one is the Farah. The second person is called Farah. Okay, Farah only can view the details of the employee information, but it's not salary or payroll. Okay, only view. Maybe this Farah able to update the confirmation of the staff, the resignation of the staff, but they are not able to view the salary information. The information of the salary will be hide from this Farah view. Okay, we will say we could create one as HR admin. Okay, then we will have the managers. Then it's okay lah. Any is called manager. Then we will have the directors, any directors. Then superior could be many lah. Could be like Ali, could be like Sabrina, could be like Linda. Okay, etc. Okay, so what is superior? So we need to know first who is the person that we want to assign. Then from here, okay, the first thing, if you have the new role, we just need to create the new role under here. It's called access right. Okay, if you want to create the new role, it's under here. You can click on add role, put in new role, just like the one director. Then you click on this icon, okay, to confirm. Okay. Another tab is if you have the similar one, for example, HCM admin, everything is the same for these two HR, and it just except one HR cannot view the payroll information, also cannot process the payroll. So what I can do is information, for example, this one already done. Okay, so this one already done set up for the HCM admin. Okay, I just need to do is I copy. Okay, then I can put inside HR admin. So I save. So once I save, all the information or all the setting under the HCM admin, they will duplicate to this HR admin. They are going to be duplicate. So for this one, we just select what is the information which is allowed for this employee and not allowed. Okay, how we able to set is, right, we can set is the view, whether they are able to view or not, whether they can edit the information. For example, this HR, they're able to view. They can view all this information at all. It's okay, but cannot see the salary of the staff. You can tick on this, it's called hide salary. Okay, when you hide the salary, for the salary fields for the employee, this one, they'll be totally gray out, hide from your this HR user. Totally gray out, this totally gray out. Okay, so the other information remain, just this one will hide only. So all the payroll information hide. Okay. Even though the employee able to extract the report of the employee, okay, for example, report, later I will guide you on. So report, the information for that salary will be hide as well. They are not able to generate that salary information. Okay, if you can see, you will have salary information. This one I'll go through video in the short while. Okay. Salary information, they will be totally hide for this employee. Okay, so if you have anything, for example, this employee able to view the profile, then you can give, they're able to edit, okay? If there is only view subordinate, the subordinate is the one that I just now mentioned on, you're using the teams to create. Okay, maybe for the Ali teams, I have the Ali Ahmad, only able to view for this 20 of the employee, 20 employee, okay, 118, okay, 118 employee. Okay. 180 employee, I can tick on this view subordinate only. I don't want to tick view all. If I tick view all the information inside the system, this employee able to view. Okay, in case if say this HR able to view all the information, no matter who also can view the information. Then you just click view all. If that manager, you just tick view subordinate and tick view all. Okay, this one not worry, your implementer able to guide to you more in details. For today, you just listen how it's going to be set. Okay, so if you already set, since you are the highest level, so there are some limitation for those not the highest level. For example, they are not able to view the teams. If they're able to view the teams, they can make the changes of the team. I just assign you for 118, and this 118 already escrow out for those top management, director, CEO, managing director, already escrow out. If I click on this team setting, which means that person, they can come in here to manually add in back. Okay, to manually add in back. So we will block them for this access. Okay, if the employee is this user, they have the access right to update of the confirmation listing. You just give them the information. Okay, all this are very straightforward. Is that view, edit. If you say, oh, this HR able to view for all the attendance information, but they are not allowed to update. So you don't think for the update. So you can see there is a different color is one is the bug tick. Okay, bug tick. So another one is like one by one tick. Okay, maybe they're not able to update all the attendance information. All this you able to go through in the next training with your trainer. Okay, and the leave as well. If the payroll is not allowed, then you just block for the payroll. If the report also not allowed, then just block like this. So this is the payroll report. Untick everything. Okay. Then the payroll informations, for example, setup also not allowed, then you can untick. Okay, so if the person is, since it's not the highest level, right, then the access right, you also need to be careful. User account don't want to give to this employee. Okay, they only can click on this access. Later I will get you the invitation. Match user role also not allowed because they can change the user role. For example, this employee is HR admin. They can change themselves to the HCM admin. So this one is a bit dangerous. You just need to be very cautious when you're using for the access right because they have the changes in the system, but you are not aware of that. Okay? So just make sure when you are doing all these changes, the higher levels always within the hands of the highest authorities. Okay, to make all this update. Okay, so once you undone all this update, you just come here. For example, I already know Joy is the manager. I want to assign to manager. Okay, managers. Managers. Then Donna is the superior. Okay, I see the need superior. Okay. Okay, I just put payroll only. Okay, only payroll. Cannot view other information. Payroll only. Okay, or there is the other update or other thing that we have changed. Claim role. So we might have the one HR only responsible for the claim, but not able to view for the payroll. This one also depends on your company practice as well. Okay. Once done, you update. So remember when you are doing the updating, don't do like this. Okay, this one is very, very important. When you are doing this update, for example, this manager able to view the report, but you give them another report, another role is called employee. So each of the employee going to have one user role only. So anything you should set up in that user role for the access right. If you do like this is one can see the report, one cannot, they are going to have the crash in the system. Okay, just make sure you put in the correct one and save. Okay, so this is the place if you want to deactivate your user. You just click on here, deactivate the user. You want to reset the password or send in the invitation and password. But I will not suggest you to using this invitation because sometimes the message is not sent through. Okay, because I experienced so many times. What I will suggest you is using this batch invitation. Then you just come here to manually select the employee that you want to send out the invitation. Okay? Then you press send invitation. Like this. It says successful email invitation sent. Then you need to ask your employee to check for their email address, email inbox. Okay, this is email invitation. Employee profile access is the employee information, whether they're able to change their own information or not. For example, some company, they have their professional image, okay, or they already take the professional photo of each of the employee. They're going to represent the company image so that they are not allowed the employee to change. Okay, for example, I need to select the employee role. Depends on what is the role you are allowed for them to make the changes. If manager, maybe you say it's okay, you can make the changes, but for the employee level, you're not allowed. Okay. So for here is you able to view, but you cannot request, which means you cannot upload your photo. I don't want letter something that is the cartoon anime or you don't want. Okay, I want to keep the professional image only. Okay, you can change or you don't want employee to update certain information or okay, emergency contact yes, contact two yes, but certain information you think like this bank, I don't, you only can see, you cannot request. Okay, or income tax. Okay, because this one is employee, they can update by themselves. Okay. What is the categories? What is the EPF? All this information. Very straightforward. It's just view, edit. If you say like this one education, I don't want you to see it just for HR record purpose only. Okay, I can turn off this one. Okay, or I want to upload certain information for this employee. For example, there is the disciplinary action to this employee with the warning letter. But I want to keep inside the system. But I don't want employee to see. Can we not allow them to see? Okay, but HR able to view in the system. How many letter I have issued to this employee? We have all the record lah. This one is called employee. Then we can save. Okay. After you're done updating, then you also need to make sure your approval workflow have update as well lah. Okay, for your profile update, they are linkaged together. Okay, once you all done, then now is the place that we go for the another site. It's called here. Okay. Let me open it back here. So you can click on your employee icon. Okay. This is your employee as your personally. Okay, if you're personally, okay, then you can request edit. I can want to change of my emergency contract number. Emergency contact one. Like this, I save. Once I save, they're able to submit to the HR. HR to decide whether they want approve or reject. Okay. Okay. Then once you're done, you submit. If you don't want, you cancel. You want to change password, you can click on the change passwords. Then they're going to send another invitation email to yourself, your personally. Okay, it's just like forget password. Okay, this one is the email notification. Sorry, it's the system notification through the system. So your leave cancellation request submitted. Okay, any update they're going to send in here. They're also able to send in the email as well. Okay, let I go through with you. Okay, this is my calendar, your calendar information. One in the dashboard, another one is your personally. You can click on here, click on the new request. Okay, you want to submit as a leave or anything. Okay, this is my approval. The approval is your employee or your approval want to approve the application. For example, HR. HR going to have this profile update. Okay, so you're able to see who is the person, update info. Okay, that's employee one. They update, make the 10 changes. Okay, then you click on manage to see what is the information you are require them to update in the system. For example, religions. Okay, this employee good is the Buddhism. Then single, yes. Then is the male, then okay, this one okay, then you just check lah. Okay, if you say this one is not, then you're able to put like cancel, not allow employee to update. No, then you can submit. Once submit, right, it's going to reflected immediately to our system. Okay, this one never mind. Later on, you can try on when you have your system. You're able to log into the system and with your employee input lah. Okay. So if you have any OT, okay, this one I just basically go through with you. If you request on your OT, it's look like this one. Okay. Change. So this is your OT information. Okay, when you're going OT start, 20 to like 21. Is it OT pay or replacement? Okay, all this your HR, your implementer able to guide you. So this is approval flow. If you have approval flow set up, you're able to see your icon. So who is the person? If you see this is empty, which means this employee is not assigned with any of the approval. When they want to submit the application, they are not going to go through, even though they are submitted. Okay, they were stuck in the system. So the HR need to require or employee need to reject or cancel. Okay, for this application and resubmit again after HR reassign the approval flow. Remember, need to have these two. Like icon. Who is the person? Okay. So if you want to, for the this is my request, you can see pending request, approve, reject, and cancels. If you have approvals, okay, then you can see what is the approval, reject or approve. Okay, all this you're able to view during the section with the attendance, leave, and claim, and so on. Okay. Then you have clocking features. Okay, just now I have demonstrated to you. You're using here to do the clocking. This one we are no longer using, so you won't see this one. Okay, but you're able to set inside your access right setting. Okay, we are done for the general settings for the accuser account as well as your right navigator. Let's go back to the chat box or Q&A. Let me know, do you have any question you want to ask me? Okay, I give you another 3 minutes. Okay, so if you want to have different user to based on different company, only company HR1 able to view for the company 1, but not the company 2. Yes, we able to based on the access right and the user role, okay, and as well as the teams. Okay, when you're doing the assign, you just make sure you assign them uh with the teams of the how we let me let me type here. Okay, you need to make sure you do 3 things. One is you need to have one is your user test. Another one is the user role. Okay, and the third one is team. You need to use these 3 settings. Okay, to identify for the employee. So you need to make sure they assign the teams to the company 1 or company 2. User access, you need to untick. This is not tick, untick for the salary, but need to tick for that view subordinate. Okay. Like this. Then you're able to limit for them. Any other questions? We continue on 12:33. I give you 3 minutes for you to ask the question before we go to the claim modules. How about others? Just feel free to put in your questions. Okay, since there is no more questions, then let's continue back. Okay, as for right now, we already completed for the HR process flow, which is the setting, general setting, user interface, company, holiday, system level, and approval. So for the user interface is to design how you feel and look like with the workspace system. The company you ever create for the new company, put in the company bank account informations. EPS also HRDF income tax information. Holiday, create a holiday based on your company that you have observed. Okay, for the company. System level that we control all the levels just like the positions, department, cost center, branch, etc. For the approval is design the approval workflow of your employee. Okay, for example, who is the person required to approve the application? We call as approval. Okay, so this is the some simple slide lah. Okay, we also have go through on the user account setting. We have go through on the user account. We're able to identify who is the person we want to assign them. Okay, for mine, I always using the support admin. So just remember to not do any changes on the support admin lah. Okay, so when you have the new employee, they will direct back to the employee. Do not rename, do not delete for the employee user role. It's very important. If not, you're not able to save. Then we will require backend to create it back. Okay, access right. Okay, what is the access right of the user? Are they able to view for the payroll information or not? Are they able to view the other employee payslip, process the payroll information or the report information? Employee profile access is the employee whether they're able to update their personal information. For example, their image information, okay, their photo, their emergency contact number or certain information. For example, attachment, they are not allowed them to view the attachment. Okay. So batch invitation, this is the invitation. We will send the batch invitation to the employee if they want to log into the system. So how it works is we need to come here to the setting, user account, batch invitation. So you can manually select the employee or you can all available user and select, okay, to toggle off which one you don't want to resend the invitation. For example, these two employees already have access to the system. You don't need to send them the invitation again. Okay. Then you also can use the batch user role. Just now I already identified what is the role. If there is the employee, is okay lah. Then under employee, no need to make any changes. For example, manager. I want to add or remove. I want to add for all the manager inside the listing. So then what I can do is maybe I'm using the categories. If any managers that are under the category manager, they should be put this as manager roles. Okay. So all this they already filtered, then I can batch roll them. Okay, this is how we able to updates for this batch user role information. Okay. So this is how you're able to find the setting. Okay, employee directory you also gone through just now. View the employee listing. You're able to view for the all the employee active, confirmation, probation, and resign employee. Okay, how we able to edit the profile by admin, cash out admin, create a new profile, import the employee listing. Okay, this one I will go through with you in a short while. Okay. So this is the employee directory. This is how it's going like this. Okay, we able to import the listing. Okay, this is the one type of the information we able to import. Okay, so whether we are create directly in the system or using the import. So where we will go is, okay, we'll go here, go to the utilities. Okay, just have a look on here. Utilities, import tools, employee. Then you click on the general. Okay, for the first time, a new employee always click on the general. Then you download this template. And this template had all the information that we have gone through just now. Okay, general, working, address. Okay, they have the guidance as well. So they just make sure you follow the formatting. Okay. So all this you're able to download. Okay, not worry, you're able to receive from your implementer as well. Your implementer able to guide you on this step. Okay. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay, progression update, including the confirmation of the staff, update of your employee salary, like change of the position, promotions, okay, resignation of the employee, how we going to be rehire them. Okay, so this is the progression look like. So for the report, able to pull out the report for further massage. Okay, if you already import in the system information to the system, you want to know whether the information you import in is correct or not. Okay, you want to know. Instead, you go to check one by one for 300 employee or more. You can use the report employee if employment. Okay, all available user. If you want to get to know all, you can click on the next and create generate report. Generate report. You're able to have this type of the information is called a pivot. Okay, you don't need to group anything, then you just cancel. You're able to export to the Excel, or you're able to do like rearrangement. Okay. Also, if you want to direct from here, also can. Maybe you just have the quick information. I want to know the person who is like under the confirmation, resign, or you can using here filter. Okay. You can play around with all this information. For example, status. I want to know the status of the confirm stuff only. Okay. Okay, all this can be done. Okay, very straightforward. Okay. You will have the new joiner resign, all this information you're able to pull out. Okay, so for the claim procedure. Okay, next we were going for the claim procedures. For the claim procedure, we are going to set up for the claims. For example, what is the medical claim, hospitalization claim, okay, if you have lah, okay, or like dental claim, wellness claim, all this, okay. How we able to set up for the claim is very straightforward. Okay, you have employee self-service. This one I'm not going to go through because in your left right navigator there is the claim, it's just request claim only. Okay, setting we are set up together. Claim stimulation and opening balance. I'm going to update you how you're able to create a new claim and update what is their balance. For example, this claim, the medical claim whole years is 1,002, but now already use up 10,000, 1,000. Okay, then you supposed to have the balance. Okay, this is called the opening balance. And what is the reports for the claim? Okay, so for the flow, employee able to submit the claim request, can check the status and claim approval, which is for the approval flow. Okay, let's go back to the system together. Okay, so let's go back to the system. Okay, no more questions. Can. So now we go back to the system. We go to the setting. Okay, just remember anything regarding the setting is always go back to the setting. Okay, setting, claim. We will have claim item, claim group, and custom field. We go for the claim item. So for this claim item, you require to put in what is your claim first. For example, you have your medicals. Then you just need to click on add new and put in your medical. Then label medical. Then item, where is the cash or payroll? Okay, if cash, then put in cash. If payroll, then put in payroll. The cash is mean you just use the claim for the approval purpose only. They are not going to link to the payroll. Okay, they are not going to link to the payroll. It's just for approval purpose. Okay, then you are going to pay your claim through the online banking or any other method, maybe like accountants. Okay, then they will pay to do the stuff differently. Okay, separately. Okay, if you go to the payroll, it means you are going to pay together with the payroll. So that here you need to select what is your payroll item. Okay, payroll item is you need to set up in advance first under here. Okay, you just have need to know where is going to show where you want to create that. Okay. So here is under the setting payroll item. Okay, you need to create, for example, this one is for the medical claim. Okay, say for the medical claim. Okay, you just put create new medical claim. This medical claim is reimbursement. Okay, this one no need, you just leave it empty, then you just untick all. Okay, this one, all this setting you're able to learn in our payroll training. Okay, then you save. Once you save, if you're not able to find, you just refresh or log out first. Then you're able to find what the medical claim. Okay, so that if your employee submitted the claim, then approval approves. This medical claim, this name is going to show in your payslip. Okay, then you are going to claim by amount. based on the amount. Then maximum how many days you are allowed for the backdated. If 60, then 60 lah. Okay, then require for the attachment. Reason is the drop down list reason that I just now demonstrate in the system levels. Remark is required, but require tax and cost center is hide, then put hide lah. Okay. Do you have one use the cost center? If yes, then you can select lah. If you are allowed them to put as the cost center, whether they are able to edit, then you put yes lor, so that they can choose what is their cost center. Okay, this one is the custom field. Custom field is a drop down listing. Later I show you. Okay, if they say it's required, then put it's required. Or you have the certain question you want to ask. For example, okay, custom question you want to ask your employee. Is it is required? Then you can put is required, which means employee cannot skip. Okay. Then limit. What is the limit? It be fixed like 1 year 1,200. Okay. Or you have the unlimited, then put unlimited. Or else you can put like year of service. Okay, it's a very straightforward. 0 to 99. Maybe each of the claim you can claim 50 ringgit. 50 per day, 50 per week. But you can claim up to 300 per month, 300 per year, and lifetime, I just put another 10 years. Okay, like this, you can save. Okay, this one is for the medical claim. Okay, but they also have like, if there is the mileage claim. Basically, for the claim setup is straightforward because majority is only have these two type. Okay, so that's mileage claim. I just put like unit. So this unit, it could be anything. It could be if you have the entertainments or there is the accommodation, you can put it as a day. You also can put it as a KF. Depends how you want to identify for that unit name. Okay, so it's the same at 30 days. All this will be the same lah, exactly. Okay. Then limit here, maybe I just put variable. Okay, from the 0 to 9999, I will get like 80 cents. Okay, or you will have difference like to 100 is like 80 cents, like to 900 there will be another 60 cents. Okay, so how you want to identify? But if you have difference, for example, you have car, then you need to create for the car. For one is for the car, then you need to create another two, another one for the motor. Okay, so you will have mileage claim car and mileage claim motor. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, then you create a list of your company claim information. Okay, if you have, you can put it like this, that medical fee, expand, entertainment categories. Okay, if you want to identify them like this, okay. Okay, once we all done, now is the time that we want to group of the employee. Okay, we know that there are certain there are certain allowance and so certain claim is applicable for salesperson only. Okay, then we able to identify. Okay, general. General is for the everyone. Okay, it's simple general. Everyone will have the medical, dental, optical. So mileage non have medical, optical, dental, and meals allowance. Okay, no, these three only for the employee, basic employee, everyone. Okay, so I can put in like this. I go to condition to select for everyone under this claim. But I also have another one, okay, which is it's only specific to the person only. Okay, so for here I can create another new claim group using the same one. For example, the sales. Okay, for the sales, instead they're going to have all these three. Okay, I can, if I have further identify, can. If I don't want to further identify, I can put it like everything grouped together. For example, let's put into the Word file. Okay. Yeah. So we have the salesperson, they are going to have the mileage, they're going to have the toll, petrol. Okay, they also same as the employee have the medicals, dentals, optical. Then for the general employee, it's not salesperson, they only have the medicals, dentals, and optical. For the managers and above, they also have all these three, mileage, petrols, medical, dentals, opticals. Okay, this one depends on your company. Entertainment, entertainment, and overseas, and training allowance, training plan, etc. Okay, so you can see you're able to identify them in these three different groups. So in your clam group, you are going to create for these three different groups. Okay, but sometimes, okay, they are going to have these two, this salesperson, all these years, but they also have specific person. It's not all salesperson that will have this petty cash. Petty cash only for certain employee only, so that we can create another group is called petty cash and assign to this person. So that for this salesperson, they also will have two claim group. One is called sales, another one is called petty cash. Okay, what we do is as long there is no crash. Okay, if here also petty cash, for example, petty cash, I give limit 1,000. Petty cash again 1,000. For this one, we will have this employee able to entitled for 2,000. But we don't want, right? We need to define them. So the sales is for the general sales. But this person, because the company give them a special responsibility, okay, so that you get another 1,000. So go back to the system. Once we already done update, we can select who is the person. You can do the manual selection. You also can do the filtering. Go to the next, okay, and save. Okay, once you save, you are done the setting. So for the claim setting, it's very straightforward. We are done the setting. We need to go to view, where we can view. Be able to go to the claim. It's called individual record. Okay, if I assign to the staff, you're able to see like this. Okay, if you have more than one expense, okay, you have HR claim. This one is the group, entertainment group. So this employee have 4 group. Okay. Yeah, this one is only, let me see. Okay, if you have only one, then you only one group. If not, then you are totally empty also could be. Because just be aware, because this one is the demo. Okay, so for example, if you want to update for this mileage to information, you can click on this one. Okay, click edit, add claim to put in the information. Where is the transaction receipt? When is the HR? The unit, for example, 500. Okay, then the system will auto based on the setting. It's mileage. Then what is the approved amount? Okay, for here, if you update in here, it means HR do the updating. Okay, HR bypass to do the updating. Okay, if the employee submitted to the system, they also able to up to view in here. You can see total approval 500. If you have submitted the application under the approval, not yet to approve, they will show total pending. If you have the balance, they're going to deduct for that balance. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, transaction date, approved date, 100, approved 500. Okay, then you add claim. On setting dashboard. Never mind. Let me do another one. It seems like I got issue with this one. Okay, never mind. Once you're done, you add the claim. Okay, then they're going to show in front of here. If you have any deductions, they also will deduct in your balance as well. Okay, you're also going to be deduct in your balance. So if you want to check what is the attachment that your employee submitted, you can click again. You click on this one. You're able to view what is the attachment employee submitted. Okay. you want to change, for example, it's not like 100. After you identify the unit is not the 500, it's like only 300. Hash out able to update. This one is the hash out lah. Able to update, then you save. Then they will change for the 500 to 300. Okay, then other than that, okay, is the request on behalf. If you want to request on behalf of your employee for that claim, you can using this one. You have draft, pending, approve, reject, and cancel. You just approve on behalf lah. Okay, you need to select the employee you want to approve on behalf first. Okay, this is the one that I say is the drop down reason. Okay, you already have this combination two. You want to have this different listing of the drop down reason. Okay, just look at. This is setting under the custom field. Okay, like this. So you see under draft. So what you can do is you click on this one, you click on submit. Okay, then they will under the pending. Then we able to view if this employee be able to know who is the person for the approval flow. You see TAT demo. We can go for the approve on behalf to find for the TAT demo. Okay, you see this is the application. Then you can approve or reject, or you want to view what is the information, or you want to what is your approval comment. Okay, then you can approve or reject like this. Once you approve, they will show under approved listing. Okay, so for the report, you're able to find all the report of all the modules under the report. Go to the claims, claim details. Okay, you're able to find what is the report of the claim. Here you use the advanced. This one I just go show you only, but you were able to understand further video implemented. Okay, so this is how the report look like. If you want to have any monthly claim details, also can. Okay, so if you don't want to have by filter, you just remove the filter. You want to know whether the claim is any pending, you can have view for the pending claim. Okay, want to filter based on the claim date or transaction date. Okay, this is the report look like. Then it also will let you know who is the pending approval. Is pending under who, when is this application submitted by. Okay. Approved claim summary. In this date range, how many claims have been approved and what is the amount? Okay. Then is the year-to-date summary. Okay. Like this. For all the claim from the January up to the December, what is the claim amount? For whole year, how many claim amount there have been successful claim for each of the claimed item? Okay, so we have completed all the claims informations and the update. So, okay. We will start for our Q&A sections for the another 4 minutes. Okay, can we set the monthly petty cash per department, not per employee? Yes, you can set, but you need to require to update in the create in the claim group. So that each of the employee will going to have one general, another each with their claim group. For example, create in the claim group. Okay, example here. So we will have employee for general and admin petty cash. And we also will have the general and IT petty cash. This is how you're able to identify for them. Any other questions? Any question I missed out? You can see the previous notice. Okay, since there is no more questions from the floor, I will proceed to end for today's sections. Okay, not worry, for today's session, the recording and the slide also will send to our Halima, and Halima will send to all of the participants. So I will pass on the list register in the Excel. If you want to send to your colleague or subordinate, you also can send to them. Okay, from me, we will pass on the email address that we receive in the registration link. Okay, so this is our slide to continue on. Okay, so this is the flow. So this is a process flow. You're able to identify on the individual record. You're able to update the claim opening balance. You're able to request on behalf, approve on behalf. Okay, this is for your claim stimulations. This is your report. Okay, just now I have go through with you. And what is due to show you know in the next thing is you need to start prepare for your employee profile data for import. Especially if you are those like small headcount company, I really suggest you to manually key in instead. Okay. If you are very big headcount, not worry, you just go for the import. This import step you're able to get the advice from your implementer. Okay. Configure the general setting in your system, import the employee profile to the system, double check the data imported to the system, whether it's correct or not. You're able to pull out the report, okay, employee report to cross-check. Update the employee progression if any. For example, that employee already confirmed, you remember to update it as a confirmation. Reason because is there is the some leave only entitled for confirmation staff, just like the paternity, maternity, compassionate, the certain leave, the company is actually for the confirmation staff only. If you didn't update them at all, they are forever not able to get for this leave. Okay. Configure for the claim group. Okay. So just identify what is the entitlements for each of their employee, whether we are based on the department, based of their job grade, categories, or how we want to classify them. Assign the claim group to the employee. We can assign them more than one claim group. Just remember to not duplicate. Okay, if the petty cash for the admin department is 1,000. Okay, but general also have the petty cash 1,000, which means employee are entitled for 2,000 for this petty cash claim entitlement. Okay, we need to update for the claim opening balance. This is very cautious because the claims is the benefit of the company. If you give them to claim the extra, then the HR also not aware and we pay to the employee, there will be the loss to the company. So just to be aware a bit lah. If you want to push to the employee to use the claim back in like this years, if you next year is okay, we just refresh everything. If this year they already use up, you need to update back the balance. Okay, then the Q&A section just now I asked, there is no more questions. So we just say like, thank you, feel free to ask us any questions. You pause. Let's submit. Okay, I think we are done for today. Thank you everyone for your attention and thank you so much for having me with you for today's session. Even though later on I'm not your implementers, okay, you can ask you any questions to your implementer or the consultant on your concern. Okay, they're able to guide you uh all your company practice and the policy. Just be a bit commit and collaborate with your implementer to provide as much information as possible for them to able understand your company better, because when they are doing the setup, there is the really first time they touch on your company to understand the company practice. If you are not able to provide the very detailed information when we doing the setup, yes, we will have the fine-tune section on that. But if you later on just realize, hey, there is the something didn't discuss on this before, that is not been discussed on this before. So it's better you just have your internal brainstorming. Whether the OT is like this, what is the different department, what is the practice of the other company, and this one will be very, very helpful to your implementer. They're able to guide your system to be implemented to be more successful and to more smoothly. Okay, thank you everyone. That's all from me. So I will ask the uh Siti Harima to send out all the information required. Okay, thank you. Okay, I hope this session is very useful for you because this is the training session. The one-to-one will be from the implementer. That's all. Thank you. Okay, I will wait for another 3 minutes. If there is no more questions and there is no more response from the floor, I will leave for this meeting and training. Thank you. Okay, thank you everyone. I will end for today training. Thank you. Bye. Have a good day.